Okay, I'm about to make some food, make some Cuban sandwiches, some black beans and rice, but I figured while I'm heating that up, I bought a pork butt. I'll go into that a little bit. Bought a pork butt, bought a 4 pounder, mixed about, I just kind of wing it. I mean, I have recipes, but I've cooked enough that you just kind of eyeball it, so I don't have a direct recipe to give you, but I wanted to make a pork roast that I could use for multiple things. I didn't want it to be too specifically flavored for a Cuban sandwich. But so what I do is take the pork butt and I rub it with a dry rub, which was about equal parts salt and light brown sugar. And then I would say about maybe a quarter cup of each. And then about a tablespoon each of ancho chili powder, cayenne pepper, um, and freshly ground mustard seed and freshly ground cumin seed. You buy that powdered shit, McCormick, whatever, that's not, it tastes like dust. If you buy the real stuff, get yourself a mortar and pestle or a spice grinder or whatever. I say mortar and pestle because it's kind of fun to do, and then also it's easier to clean, so you're not getting spices mixed into each other. Um, Equal parts those, healthy dash of cayenne pepper, mainly for color. I think that's it. Garlic powder, and then I rubbed that all over the pork butt. Cooked it for about 5.5 hours at 325. Took it out, let it cool. Oh, in the bottom of the turkey roaster that I put the pork butt in, I poured in a bunch of apple juice up to the bottom. So there's a turkey roaster, there's a grate, and then I set the pork butt on the grate. So I filled just up to the grate, so it's not touching the pork butt. Apple juice, and then a healthy amount of lime juice. Give it a little citrus because that fits well with a Cuban, but also with tacos, or would be overwhelmed by barbecue sauce if you wanted to make just pulled pork or pork tacos. You could add some taco seasoning to it, so it's pretty versatile. Let that cool overnight in the fridge. Took it back out, shredded it with a fork, put it in a cast iron pan, put it on low, added a little bit more apple juice, a little bit of all of those same seasonings again because it's just a little weak. Put in some honey mustard, and some a really sweet scotch that I was drinking, or Irish whiskey that I was drinking, and I just gave it about half an ounce of that, and then maybe not even a full ounce of a sweet rum that I had, spiced, but not like Captain Morgan spiced. It was like classier than that. Um, those in there, let it slow cook again, and just delicious. You need a little bit of tang from the mustard and the lime juice, some sweetness from the applesauce and the brown sugar, salt, the cumin, the garlic, and the black pepper all just kind of meld to give it sort of a savory, robust flavor. Yeah, you could use it for anything. You put barbecue sauce on it on buns, and it would make great pulled pork sandwiches. Um, I'm gonna layer some ham. I'm gonna pan fry some ham slices, real thin, like deli ham. Pan fry them really briefly. Layer those, put the roast pork on top, sliced pickles, a little bit of extra mustard, and that'll be my cumin or cubano. Um, so we're gonna eat that in a little bit, but I ate enough out of the pan as I was cooking it that I'm not super hungry right now. And we're starting the new Mastery Pass today. As you can see, I've already played one game of Standard with Is It Delver. I won. Let's go into that just to show you guys what I don't see this a lot on meta deck lists, but I mean, Delver of Secrets is just one of the best aggressive pursuer on. For Consider, Surveil, we may look at the top card of our library and then put any number into the graveyard and the rest on top. So it's essentially Scry with the downside in this deck of putting it in your graveyard. But one of the upsides of that is I run very few lands, right? We're at what, 21 lands? Because you want to be drawing gas the whole game. You start getting extra basic lands later in the game, and you're gonna lose because you need to be putting the pressure on every turn. So consider we have four Delver of Secrets. We're hoping for that in our opening hand. Um, this card probably could come out. It's in there as this and Shore Up are both in there as protection from my Delver or my Festival Crasher. Negate my opponent's removal a little bit. Um, And then since both of those are mana value 3 or less, I can scry 1. I can use it on my opponent's creatures early if they're playing an aggressive deck to just kind of get that beat down lead. But Fading Hope could probably go. I generally don't use it or need it. I'm not super excited when I draw it later in the game, when your opponent's going to have bigger creatures. Shore Up is great, though. You can wait to play Festival Crash till turn 3, or if it's in your hand when you play Delver of Secrets, just a way to get rid of their removal, and get a little bit of extra damage in. And then later game, it pairs well with Twinferno, um, because you can give your creature double strike. So now your Delver, flipped Delver, is a 4/3, and it's got double strike, so you're getting 8 damage in, um, and dodging their removal if they play it. Play with Fire we generally use to remove our opponent's creatures, but if we have the option, Lightning Strike is better because then Play with Fire gets us the scry effect if we're using it to our opponent's face. Another card we run, Thermal Alchemist. We hope to get that out early just to get extra value out of all of our instants and sorceries. Also to make sure it's not a card helps us flip Delver if we get this early. Um, and yeah, you can essentially win the game just with this card. Pinging them down, especially late game. They're starting to get low on life. They can't afford to let you attack with your pumped creatures. Um, we run 4 Twinferno, essentially for the double strike, for the right turn where they don't block. Let's say you have Festival Crasher and Delver out, um, and even maybe Wandering Mind, and then give it double strike to get that extra damage in. But we can use it to copy Lightning Strike to get 6 damage to our opponent's face. We can use it to do Shore Up to pump 2 of our creatures and get 2 instants to trigger Festival Crasher's ability. And then what else? We run 2 Arcane Infusion just to help us dig a little bit. Wandering Mind, again, also helps us just dig a bit, especially late game. What I want to do, I have 1 Thirst for Discovery. I almost never need this, but it's great in situations where you have drawn too many basic lands and you just need gas. So you play that, you ditch your basic land, and then you've got 3 extra cards to play with. What I'd like to do is either leave this and then remove Thirst for Discovery and remove Fading Hope, and then run 3 like much larger damage spells, or much more, kind of like bomb spells. In fact, let's look for those here. Instant or sorcery in our colors. Okay. I think we're gonna go to red. We Stolen Vitality would be a good option. Um, Sure Strike's okay. Um, what else we got? Rending Flame's not terrible. It would allow you to remove some of their creatures and then deal 2 damage. We'd probably have enough mana late game to copy it, so we're dealing 5 to 10 damage to up to 2 target creatures, and then 4 damage to those creatures' controllers. Jai's Tornado is okay, as it gives us the scry, and again, we could be dealing up to 10 damage. But I would like... This would be solid. Because we're going to have a lot of instants or sorceries in our graveyard. This would be okay if you can play it at the last moment for a strike and trample, to get through that at last extra damage. What I would like is we can't use that. I would like is a just deal damage to your opponent spell would be nice. So yeah, I'm not sure what we'll run. instead of those. For now, it's okay. I think I'm at about an 80% win rate with it. So it's doing well for me. But yeah, we'll say done for now. We'll leave it where it's at for now. It's doing okay. Got a lot of jump-in creatures or jump-in decks in here. This garbage Golgari humans deck I just made because I had a quest that was cast black or red creatures, and I was trying to get through my quests fast to get more coins. And it's not very good. It's let's see here. I essentially ran human. The Jaren Corrupted Bishop was kind of the core card of this. We can flip him. That's um, a huge threat our opponents have to deal with. Ghoul Color's Harvest, once we've been aggressive with all of our other creatures, we get a bunch of zombies we can swing in with. Gala Greeters is solid, but could probably go. Zeus's Many Journeys could probably go. Outland Liberator is in there as some artifact or enchantment removal, and it's, a well-costed creature. Fake Your Own Death is great for keeping Jaren or Braids alive when they go to kill him. Weaver of Blossoms is essentially taking up a spot I don't need. Yeah, not a great deck. And then what else have we been using? Is it Blitz? I've been playing with an Historic. I don't like it. It doesn't work right. Brawlmore is my Historic Brawl. Brawlmore Battle Mage Captain deck. It's not good enough. I don't have enough staples for Brawl / Commander. The Signets, the Mana Rocks, that kind of thing. I just don't have enough. Same with my Chatterfang deck. He's okay, but I've done very poorly at Brawl. One deck I thought about getting into was Satoru Umezawa Brawl in Standard, because he gives us. I have enough wild cards to make this whole deck. I just don't know if I want to do that. Save my wild cards for something else. But Satoru Umezawa gives us every card in our hand ninjutsu. And so then we run some fairly expensive creatures, which we're only going to end up paying 4 mana for, and can kind of sneak them through on our opponent and deal pretty good damage to them. Clem, I'm sorry. I'm in a game rocker, and it's hard for you to sit on my lap and for me to sit forward. I know you're cold. It's winter. I know. I'm sorry. But you're kind of bugging me. You slept on me for like 10 hours today. I don't think you need to be so whiny about this. You have food, you have a clean cat box, I played with you. And again, you slept on me all night long. So, shut up. Okay? Flick you in the nose. But what I thought we would do is check out Jump In. I'm thinking about doing some Sealed Brothers War or Premier. No, I can't. I don't have the gems for that. Premier Draft or something like that for Brothers War. I'm really hoping Jump In has transitioned to. It's still Alchemy, which is nice. I like Alchemy. But I was hoping it would switch to Standard. But so yeah, let's do a Jump In match. Add to my series here. Oh, so we are getting Mishra's cards out of this. That's cool. Double team at the beginning of each combat. Each creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn if it has the same name as another creature you control or a creature in your graveyard. 1 red white. Another target non-token creature you control gains. Oop, I'm getting a phone call. Clem, move. I can't get my phone out. Hey, what up? Oh, hold on one second. Hey, what up? Sorry. I'm just putting them out. Just put them out by the either the Butterball fresh turkeys or we don't need to put them all out at once. It's just a lot of people have been asking us for hams, so I figured, and Dave can't get any, so I figured that we would get some and sell them. I think do yeah, pull like four Butterballs and just do a row of those. Put 7 or 8 out. They came in at what 209 cost. Yeah, so I mean we don't need to go. I mean I would people are they're looking for hams, so I mean I think we can go full markup on them, but then we have room to go down if we need. And they sold well frozen because the last batch we got was frozen, and they sold just fine out of the freezer section. So if we can put them over there. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's right. I would say I would agree. Yeah, yeah. And then let me know. Do you want to swing by after work, or would you rather just wait till tomorrow? I'll be out there anyway. Okay, okay. That's fine with me. Yeah. Ah, gotcha. Right, right. Um, yeah. Let me know if you want to. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'll swing by after work for sure. Um, yeah. No problem. No problem. Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay. So yeah, I'll do that. That makes more sense then. Unless you're like desperate, but yeah. Okay. I figured with the Pepsis, it's you don't really need it. Yeah. Um. Perfect. Perfect. Thanks, man. No, there's no one that ordered them. It's just been people asking them. There's that guy, the guy with the tats and like the man bun that works out in Johnny's. He wants one. So if you see him or like stop out, let him know there we got him. But it's just been random customers like, you don't have any half hams? You don't have any half hams? I mean, it's fucking a holiday. We're gonna sell them. Yeah, yeah. You, I was gonna say you could call them and let them know they're frozen, and that we'll have them try to have them thawed by tomorrow. But only if you have time before you leave or whatever. Cause yeah, I didn't tell anyone they'd be. Well, there's one lady that might be coming back for them today, but yeah, you just gotta tell her like sorry. Okay, okay, and she was fine. I mean, cause she just needs them before Thanksgiving. So, okay, cool. Yeah, people really want them. This was. I had a No, I don't think so. I put a note in my calendar. God, it must have been a year ago at least, and it popped up. Sorry. All right. See ya. Sorry. One sec. I didn't realize I got a text also. Okay. So where were we? Double team. That seems like a decent card, but also I don't think I'm gonna get very many duplicate creatures. Mishra, Excavation Prodigy, 2 in a red. Haste, one tap, discard, draw a card. Whenever you discard one or more artifact cards, add red red. This ability triggers only once each turn. Resurrected, Ashnod's Harvester. Whenever it attacks, exile target card from a graveyard, and you may unearth. Let's do Resurrected. Wandering, we got Domain, Samurai, we got White, and then Vermin. Vermin. So with Resurrected, that might be good because spawn of Turg's power is equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Sack a land, you gain 2 life. So since Resurrected is going to be Bringing stuff back from our graveyard, I assume it'll have ways to put stuff in our graveyard. Let's do that. So, whew, sorry. Whew. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains. When this creature dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. Okay, that'll play well with our other card. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature. Then choose an artifact or creature from their graveyard. Exile the chosen cards. Gnawing Vermin. When it enters, they mill 2 cards. When it dies, target creature you don't control gets a -1/-1 until end of turn. Urborg Repossession. Kicker green. 1 and a green. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. You gain 2 life. If it was kicked, return another permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That's solid. Snarling Wolf, we can pump it once each turn for a white or for 1 and a green, and it gets +2/+2. Ashnod's Harvester, exile target card from a graveyard. So yeah, that should work well with. Oh no, not really. It just kind of combines with that. Toxic Abomination, 3/2 for a white, 1 and a black, and I lose 2 life. Tribute to Urborg, target creature gets -2/-2. If it was kicked, it gets in a -1/-1 for each instant or sorcery in my graveyard. It looks like I have 1 blue land, two blue lands, so we might be able to kick that. Snare Spinner Reach, 1/3 for 1 and a green. When it blocks a creature with flying, it gets +2/+0. So it's a 3/3 if it's blocking a flyer. That's solid. Though it would die to Delver. Tear Asunder, exile target artifact or enchantment. If it was kicked, exile target non-land permanent instead. So for 4 mana at instant speed, we can exile Planeswalker. That's good. Gixian Skullflare, 2 and a black. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on it. That's solid. Choking Miasma, put a 1/1 counter. If it was kicked, put a 1/1 counter on target creature I control. On a creature, so not target. So that gets around Shroud or whatever. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Llanowar Graph Widow, which I think our creatures mostly avoid that. No. Oh, well, a lot of them do. Llanowar Graph Widow, Green Widow, 2 and a green. Reach and Trample, 4/3 for 3 mana. That's good. Pay 7 and a green, return it from our graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It gains if this permanent would leave the battlefield, exile it. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type. So we could have up to 3, so it could cost only 5 to return it. Urg, Spawn of Turg, black, green. Power is equal to the number of land cards in our graveyard. At the beginning of our upkeep, surveil 1. Sack a land, you gain 2 life. So later in the game, that gets stronger and we gain life. Reconstructed Thopter, flying 2/1, unearth for 2. Haste. Oh, unearth. Okay. Okay. Scrapwork Rager. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose a life. Unearth also. Ravenous Gigamole. Mole Horror. When it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put a creature card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. If you don't, put a 1/1 counter on it. Jukai Preserver. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Or I may pay 2 green and discard it. Put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures I control. Overwhelming Remorse. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Exile target creature Planeswalker. Gix's Command. 3 black black, choose 2. Put 2 1/1 counters on up to 1 creature. It gains lifelink until end of turn. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each opponent sacks a creature with the highest power among creatures they control. Goring Warplow. Prototype, you may cast this spell with different mana cost, color, power, and toughness. It keeps its abilities. So it becomes a 1/1 if I play it for 1 and a black, or it's with Death Touch, or it's a 5/4 with Death Touch if I play it for 6. Bortuk Bone Rattle. Domain enters the battlefield. If you cast it, choose target creature card in your graveyard. Return that card to the battlefield if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Writhing Necromass. It's 5/5 with Death Touch. Costs 1 less for each creature card in our graveyard. And then we've got Gate of the Black Dragon, Swamps, Forests, Contaminated Aquifer, Haunted Mire, and Tangled Islet. Okay, seems like a bit of a mess, but we'll see how we do. And I know I have another Vermin deck, so we might be able to make a deck there. Mendeleev. What? I know you're cold, but I don't want to turn the heat up. Kind of a lot of mana and not much to play early on. Well, I could play this with Death Touch early on. I think we free mulligan. Not that much better, but we'll keep it. And just Jumpstart's a good way to get cards from the new sets. Eight to the Citadel. Okay. We'll play our Tangled Islet. Play our Swamp. And we'll play our... No, I should have played another tap land. No, I shouldn't have. We'll play our Gnawing Vermin. Oh, I could have targeted myself. I think I should have targeted myself there. Well, put some lands in his graveyard. He still has enough, though. He's got 3, so I'm guessing he's playing some sort of domain type deck. Let's play Contaminated Aquifer. Next. Attacker. Next. End turn. Just to go to kill it, I could do this. No, that doesn't make sense. Board state's gonna be looking a lot better than mine. Let's play our Scrapwork Rager, I think. Or wait and play Gix's Command. Yeah, I think I played this. No attacks. We'll save that for Ashnod's intervention. So let's pass the blockers. Let's choose that. Let's play that. Looks like he might have a pump spell. That's fine. Let's play this to wipe his field. Oh, I thought it was all, but it's not. Damn it. Not good. We'll play our Scrapwork Rager. Draw a card and lose a life. What packs did he pick? No blocks. Damn it. We really need... Um, I'm gonna play this. No attacks. Put that back into my hand. Can cast that. It's the battlefield. If you cast it, choose target creature card in your graveyard. Return that card to the battlefield. I don't have a creature. I think we swing in. Get rid of that. And then we do this. Get him back. And we play that. And you can unearth him. We have one in there. Done. I think we unearth this. Next to combat. Swing with all. And then we play this. He's looking at my graveyard. He's gone. Okay, that sucks. No creatures in our graveyard. Let's get a bunch of floating mana. I assume he'll cast something big. Or maybe he'll sack one of his gates. Yeah, that's not good. We don't have a creature in our graveyard. Done. So let's next combat. All attack. And then let's play Bart of Bone Rattle. And let's play Snare Spinner. I'm guessing he has a decent card in his hand since he had to seek. 7/8 if he swings in. Yeah, no blocks there. But what's he gonna play? Oh, put it on mine. What are you doing? I don't think I can swing. No attacks. Play this. And we'll play this. And we'll play this. You'll need to block enough not to die. Oh, no, alright, he's not doing that. Next to combat. All attack. Let's see, make him think a little bit. And then we'll play our Death Touch 5/5, and we'll play our Snarling Wolf. Assuming he doesn't have enough creatures, that might be game. See what I draw. But okay. Still got 4 mana up. Damn it. It was not game. So I'm going to take, if he swings, I don't think he's going to swing. Alright, well, we only need to block one of those. I don't think that was a smart move. So I think that means that's game. Yeah, that wasn't smart. He should have held back there. Cool, victory. All right. I wasn't feeling super confident about that match. But we got the victory. Nice. Yeah, he really should have held back to block there and made me go on a little bit longer. You always want to do the math when you're attacking. You want to do the math like, okay, if they were to swing in next turn, will I win? Tori D'Avenant, Fury Rider. 1 red, red, white. Vigilance Trample. Whenever she attacks, all other attacking creatures you control get 1/1 until end of turn. Other red attacking creatures you control gain Trample. Untap each other white attacking creature you control. That seems like a good Brawl character. I'll have to check out some lists for that. See if I've got enough cards to make it. Claim prize. Resign. Yes. So now let us open up. Well, let's do this. Full screen. Minimize. TGA Assistant. Let's go into OBS and let's add game capture. It's not a game. Display capture. No, cancel that. Media source. No, cancel. Scene, image, game capture. Let's just try game capture. Capture specific window, MTG Assistant. Oh, display capture, we're going to turn that off. We don't need to use looking at that. Restart to get new version. Click here to restart. So we'll do that. Where? Order, move to top. I don't know why it's not showing that. Huh. Well, you guys can't see this then. Well, here, let's do this. Let's turn on display capture. So now you can at least see this. My stats. No, collection. Few craftable decks. Let's go format. Historic Brawl. Loading. I probably won't have enough wild cards to craft it. Because I haven't played Brawl much, so I don't have a lot of cards that do well in Brawl. Yeah, I think we're going to go eat after this, but let's see what it comes up with. Why is this taking so long? You know what? We'll do that another time. Should we do another one? Oh, this is still loading. So now maybe it's visible. I don't see it though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that one. I guess I'll have to do a little bit more research on how to make that work. Um, yeah, so short one there. Um, but thanks for watching. We will continue this series, and then I have a couple more ideas for things to do um, in addition to the jump-in matches. I'd like to start playing some drafts. I'd like to start recording my standard matches. But yeah, thank you. All right, bye.